Perek Cheskas Habatim, Daf Lamed Aleph, sponsored the Refuah Shlema for Yona Atara Bas Sarah. The Gemara brings cases of disputed property. Case 1. Both litigants claim it's their ancestral property. One produces witnesses supporting his claim. The other produced witnesses testifying only that he established the chazaka. Rabbah held the muhsak, the occupant, is believed because of amigo, a better claim that he purchased it from the other litigant and established the chazaka rather than claim it was his ancestors, a claim he cannot prove. Abaya disagrees. It is amigo b'makom eidim. The challenger has witnesses that the land was his ancestors, discrediting the other claim. Therefore, the occupant's chazaka is invalidated, not based on a valid claim. The disadvantaged litigant changed his claim. He admitted the challenger's family possessed it. He claimed ancestral rights because his purchase and uncontested chazaka secured the property for him as if it belonged to his ancestors. The Gemara brings a machlokas whether toein, choser v'toein, advancing a new claim, is acceptable. All opinions agree. One cannot retract his original claim and advance a new one. The dispute is concerning advancing a new claim that reinterprets the first. Ula holds it is acceptable unless, number 1, he retracts his original claim, stating it was my ancestors and not yours. 2, he reinterprets his original claim after a court recess. The court's assumption is his friends advised him to advance a new false claim. The Nahardoi hold he cannot advance a new claim unless, number 1, the occupant clarified his original claim, stating my ancestors purchased it from the challengers. He is believed because the challenger's witnesses do not refute this claim. His chazaka is now substantiated by a valid claim. Number 2, if the occupant advanced the claim outside the courtroom that he contradicted in court, it is still admissible. It would be foolish for him to divulge his real claims his opponent could somehow refute. The halacha is toein choser v'toein, where the second claim does not contradict, only modifies the original claim. Case 2. The claims advanced are the same as the first case. However, one litigant produced witnesses that it belonged to his ancestors and established the chazaka, whereas the other litigant produced witnesses that he only established the chazaka. Rav Nachman holds the one who proved the property belonged to his ancestors is entitled. The part of the testimony that both established possession is edus hakchasha, contradictory testimony. One cancels the other. Rava disagrees. Since both parts of the testimony, even the non-contradicted part, emanated from potentially false witnesses, their whole testimony is disqualified. The Gemara distinguishes their dispute from a dispute of Rav Huna and Rav Chizda. A pair of witnesses testified that A borrowed money from B. Another pair testified A did not borrow from B. Although both pairs are potentially false witnesses, Rav Huna holds their cheskes kashrus, a presumption of kashrus, is not invalidated by their present questionable status. Therefore, they can continue testifying as a pair, but cannot join one of the other pair. One is definitely a non-credible witness. Rav Chizda disqualifies both pairs. Rav Nachman explains Rav Huna accepts even in one testimony the part not contradicted. Therefore, in our case, the property belongs to the litigant who proved it was his ancestors. Rava applies Rav Huna's leniency only to a separate testimony, but any part of one, even not contradicted, he disqualifies. Therefore, the court would not award the contested property to either litigant. The other litigant produced witnesses the property belonged to his ancestors. Rav Nachman reversed his decision, not concerned about the court's reputation. In a different case, Rabbi Menachem Rabbi Yossi held a woman who remarried on the testimony of 2 witnesses that her husband died, and subsequently 2 other witnesses contradicted them. She is not required to leave her husband because Beis Din permitted her to remarry. The court did not reverse their heter based on new testimony. The next daf explains why Rav Nachman reversed his decision in spite of Rabbi Menachem's opinion. If you're enjoying Daf 5, please click on the link below, subscribe, and become a sponsor. Thank you.